Mercury retrograde is back. So, June 29 to July 23rd, we have Mercury going retrograde in Cancer. So, Mercury that controls the mind and how we communicate is going to appear to be going backwards in the sky, which brings this period of reflection. And in this energy of Cancer, this is where most people are going to feel it energetically. It's going to be in family conversations that have been avoided, revisiting childhood wounds, emotional misunderstandings. You could be visiting or reconnecting with relatives, ancestors. There could be questions around the home. You might find yourself all of a sudden, wanting to renovate everything. But let's get into how will this Mercury retrograde affect you as an individual. So let's start. This is according to your rising sign, not your sun sign, your rising sign. So if you have an Aries rising sign, you are going to feel this Mercury retrograde when it comes to your private life. You're going to find yourself revisiting maybe family matters, feel like you need to get those household repairs that might not go quite as smoothly as you want. Be careful doing real estate decisions at this time, and be careful with feeling about, unresolved emotional dynamics. Let's just put it this way. If you have a Taurus rising sign, you're going to feel this Mercury retrograde in the area of life that rules how you take in information and your immediate perspective. So what you're seeing around you. So watch your emails, watch the texts that you send, be very careful signing things. And when you're talking to someone, make sure that you're not deciphering what they're saying in your own projection and you're actually hearing. Get them to repeat things, clarify. If you have a Gemini rising, this is going to be taking place in the area of life that rules our finances and material assets and our personal security. So, how are you going to work with this? Be very careful purchasing things. Check once, twice, 3 times that you have put in the correct information. Review how you work with currency. Currency is money, but it's also energy. Are you getting the best bang for your buck wherever you're putting your energy? That's going to be important. And this is a good time to relook at what you have set aside for that rainy day. If you have a Cancer rising sign, this is going to be a physical experience for you. Watch those accident-prone body parts at this time and really reflect on, what do you want your first impression to be like? And are you living up to that role? Are you living up to what you want to personify? This is the time to really reflect on what you're embodying and if it is really you, because your body can't lie. So this is somatic truth time. If you have a Leo rising sign, this is going to take place in the subconscious. Beware of old habits rising up. Listen to your dreams. Your intuition's going to be very heightened right now, and you may logically want to push it aside, but that's where things are going to be coming through for you. So really, really pay attention to that. And this is a good time to do some spiritual healing. If you have a Virgo rising, this is going to take place in your network. This is the time to network, but be careful when you go to group events that you're doing it for the right reasons. This isn't the time to read between the lines. This is the time to ask for help instead of just always giving it out. Love is not meant to be transactional, and your networks are going to be showing you this at that time. So be careful with posting on social media. Make sure that everything you're putting out there is aligned with your values. If you have a Libra rising, this is going to take place in your public life, in your career life, in your goals and purpose and all those aspirations you have. Are your goals aligned with you, or are they what you've committed to and now you're stuck there? Are you embodying what you want to contribute to humanity, or are you just following the grind? This is where you might start reflecting very heavily on your career path and you might shift entrepreneurial based on this reflection. If you have a Scorpio rising, this is going to take place in your belief systems. And where you might find this is those limiting beliefs that you might have had. They're coming face to face with you now. New experiences are going to come up, and you're going to be really questioning, what is it that's holding me back? If you're having any long distance travel at this time, it's not a bad idea. It is a good idea, but double check those plane tickets and make sure that you've got the right time, the right insurance, everything down. This is where the worldview often shifts, and it's good to look around culturally and through philosophies and embody new beliefs. If you have a Sagittarius rising, this is going to be where intimacy is going to come up and vulnerability is going to come up. And this is not the time to stick your head in the sand. This is the time to face those head on, because all the people, the karmic partnerships, and relationships that are reflecting back into your life right now, they're there to show you what you're hiding inward, that you're scared to let out for whatever reason. Emotional vulnerability will be your teacher at this time. And there's going to be a lot of deep healing around trust, but also around attachment styles. So watch that carefully. Capricorn rising, your partnerships, your marriage, your collaborations, there may be past relationship issues coming up, things that you haven't thought of. This is time where communication with your partner is key, because there might be things getting lost in translation where you're having separate conversations and it's building a riff instead of a bridge. So think about that with any partnership you have. This is your one-on-one ability to relate. And that's where you're going to be doing the reflections, is in how you relate to others. Aquarius risings, it's your health. It's your health you want to watch. Is your day-to-day life reflecting how you want to feel and be? Is your schedule, if you look at your schedule, does it have you in it the whole time? Or is your service to others and odd jobs and everything there just kind of adding up and you get a tiny little moment? If you could look at your schedule, how do you make it work for you? And make sure your health is primary focus at this time. You might even get some weird symptoms at this time that pull you back in to reflect on how is your health. If you have a Pisces rising, this is the time to embrace your creativity, to go back to those old hobbies, to find joy in crafting something. It doesn't matter if you're building a labyrinth, a garden, shopping list. If you're an event organizer, or if you love to make pottery, it doesn't matter, but your gifts, the things that you can express yourself in are very important. And you've been stepping back from your joy and putting your energy without boundaries into other things far too long. So this is the time where creative projects are going to come up. And the question, what truly brings you joy? How do you reconnect with your heart is going to come up. So when we look at Mercury retrograde in Cancer, we're reminded that not every answer comes from logic. And Mercury in Cancer, this is the most important information, comes through our dreams. It comes through our memories. It comes through that somatic body experience. So during this Mercury retrograde, do not force clarity. Instead, allow these emotional tides to reveal what's been waiting for you underneath. Honor your feelings without letting them drive the ship. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this reading.